Now, if 10,000 joule of energy falls on the surface of the leaves, of that 1% will be absorbed by the plants. So 1% of 10,000 will be 100 joule. 10,000 into 1 upon 100, 100 joule. Of this energy, only 10% goes to the herbivore. So 10% of 100 joule is 10 joule. So only 10 joule of energy goes to the herbivores. Now of 10 joule, only 10% goes to the carnivores. So 10 joule of 10% is 1 joule. Only 1 joule energy goes to carnivore. And from 1 joule, only 0.1 joule of energy goes to omnivore. This is 10% law, which states that only 10% energy goes to the next trophic level. From here only 10% goes here. From here this goes to next trophic level 10%. So only 10% energy goes to the next trophic level. Then where the 90% goes? The 90% is used by the plant or herbivores for their own purpose, for their own metabolism, growth, and some amount is lost as heat to the environment also. So this is clear. Now another question is, if 10,000 joule of energy is absorbed by the leaves, in the first part that 10,000 joule of energy falls on the surface of leaf, and in the second part option 10,000 joule is absorbed by the leaves. Then of the absorbed 10% goes to the herbivore, that is 1000 joule. Of that 10% goes to the carnivore, that is 100 joule. Of 10 is, so you have to see in the question whether the energy falls on the surface of the leaf, that light energy falls on the surface of leaf, or that energy is absorbed by the leaves. Only 10% goes to the next level of the energy absorbed by the leaves. And if the energy falls on the leaves, sun energy falls on the surface of the leaf, then first 1% is absorbed by the plants and balance only 10% goes to the next trophic level. I hope this is clear. Now from your book, that is only first point, only the green plants in a terrestrial ecosystem capture about 1% of the energy of sunlight that falls on their leaves and convert it into food energy. That is, a 1% is absorbed by the green leaves of the plant. 1% that falls on the surface of the leaf. Then next is an average of 10% of the food eaten is turned into its own body and made available for the next level of consumers. Of that, only 10% goes to the next trophic level. Clear? Next is, only the food chain consists of 3 to 4 trophic levels only, because after 3-4 trophic levels, very negligible amount of energy is left. Here 1 trophic level, second, third trophic level, fourth. So after 4 trophic levels, only 0.1 joule of energy is available for the omnivores. So the food chain consists of maximum 3 or 4 trophic level only. So this is our next point, that food chain consists of only 3 or 4 steps. The loss of energy at each step is so great that very little usable energy remains for the after 4 trophic levels. So after 4 trophic levels, very less amount of energy is available. So there are generally a greater number of individuals at the lower trophic levels of an ecosystem. The greatest number is of producers. The producers are of maximum in number. The length and complexity of food chain vary greatly. Each organism is generally eaten by 2 or more other kinds of organisms, which in turn are eaten by several or other organisms. So this is the definition of food web. That is, many food chains are interconnected with each other and they form food web. Firstly, the flow. Next, one more point is the flow of energy is unidirectional. From the sun, the energy is sunlight is absorbed by the producers, by the plants. Then these plants are eaten by the herbivores. So the energy is transferred from producers to the herbivores, and from herbivores to carnivores, and from carnivores to the omnivores or the top carnivores. So in this way the energy moves in one direction only, that is from sun to the producer to the herbivore, and in this way it cannot revert back, cannot go back. So the flow of energy is unidirectional. Uni means only in one direction. The energy that is captured by the autotrophs does not revert back to the solar input, that is to the sun, and the energy which passes to the herbivores does not come back to the autotrophs. As it moves progressively through the various trophic levels, it is not available for the previous level. So energy flows in one direction only. Next is ozone layer. In the upper layers of atmosphere, oxygen is present. In the presence of ultraviolet radiations, this oxygen molecule breaks into two atoms of oxygen. These atoms of oxygen are very unstable and reactive, so they combine with another molecule of oxygen and form ozone. So the main function of ozone in our environment is it acts as a blanket and protect our environment from the harmful radiations of the sun. These radiations are very harmful to the organisms because they can cause skin cancer or cataract of the eye. Ozone at higher levels of the atmosphere is a product of ultraviolet radiations acting on oxygen molecule. The higher energy radiations split apart some molecule of oxygen into free oxygen atoms. These atoms then combine with molecular oxygen to form ozone. The amount of ozone in the atmosphere began to drop sharply in 1980. This decrease has been linked to synthetic chemical called chlorofluorocarbons. The chlorofluorocarbons, they react with ozone and depletes the ozone. So in 1987, the United Nations Environmental Program was formed in between different countries, and agreement was formed. They freeze the CFC production at 1986 level. In 1987, the different nations, they freeze the level of CFC production at 1986 level. उन्होंने ये फैसला किया 1987 में कि जितना 1986 में CFC प्रोड्यूस हुआ है सिर्फ हम उतना ही प्रोड्यूस करेंगे, उसको इंक्रीज अमाउंट को नहीं करेंगे. Next is disposable cups in train. That is the last topic. Earlier, the tea was served in the trains in the plastic glasses, but because plastic is non-biodegradable, so it causes great pollution to the environment. Then the kulhards were used in the trains for serving the tea. Again, it results in the loss of the fertile topsoil. Then now disposable paper cups are now being used because paper is biodegradable and it can be decomposed or break into the simple molecules. So with this our chapter is complete. I hope this is clear. Learn. Your test will be on 10th of December. Thank you.